Hey, this is Larry Grossman. New YouTube channel. Concentrating primarily on fly fishing. Everything about it, anything you want to know from my perspective, which is kind of unique, I think, at times. And I'll tell you a little bit about me. I just want to welcome everybody to the channel. Thanks for subscribing. If we get this thing up to 1,000 subscribers, we'll be able to go live eventually. That's the plan. Almost anything fly fishing with Larry G. Me being Larry G. The Grumpy Fly Fisherman. Anyway, just a little bit about myself and what we're going to be doing on this channel. We're going to be doing some of this. We're going to be tying some flies. But I think we're going to be doing more of a comprehensive thing about fly fishing. There's a lot of content online of guides guiding and people fishing and tying flies, and a lot of it's really boring and not very entertaining. I have an entertainment background, which I'm back in now. So, just semi-quick overview of me, Larry Grossman, fly fishing. How I ended up here in this spot in beautiful Denver, outside of Denver, Colorado. This is my fly tying room. I store some other stuff out here as well. It's not heated, so it's a little chilly today. We got a bunch of snow in the yard from the storm earlier in the week. But it's going to warm up this week. We're going to be getting out fishing. Hopefully get some good video footage and some messing around. Had a good day up at the South Platte on the Dream Stream earlier this week. Yeah. The big pre-spawners are coming up into the Dream Stream section right now out of 11 Mile Reservoir. Today's February 28th. It's time. If you get a nice day or not a nice day, park at the Charlie Myers parking spot. First one off the road and hike down towards 11 Mile. That's where you're going to find the fish right now. They're just moving up in there to spawn. And they're hungry and they're eating and they're easy to piss off. More on what I caught those fish on and how it fished, maybe in the next episode. But anyway, I'm Larry Grossman. Brought up in New Jersey, Florida. Went to high school, junior college, and college in Florida. Graduated from Florida State University in 1981. Took me 5.5 years to get through college because I was having a lot of fun. And thank God we all made it through those days. And then I moved out west. 1983, I had an opportunity to work in Yellowstone National Park, which I took. And I was a bass fisherman from Florida and New Jersey, believe it or not, as a kid. Grew up excited to fish all the time, primarily due to my dad, who was a big fisherman, and got us out whenever he could. And then summer camp in New Jersey, all I did was fish. There were no other activities. I just went fishing. And on my fly tying bench, to remind me of my roots and where I came from, I always have bobbers hanging around. And then I also always have some Eagle Claw snelled hooks. This is what we fished with when I was a kid. So yeah, I like to have that stuff here just to keep me grounded. Fly fishermen are no better than anybody else. Remember that. They may think so. They may act that way. But they're not. It's just fishing. Just being outside, enjoying the outdoors. Trying to catch fish. Anyway, moved to Colorado in 83. Actually moved to Yellowstone in 83. And that's where I learned how to fly fish. And I learned a lot that summer from a guy named Duke Brown. Still one of my best friends. Top 3 best friends to this day. Maybe top best friend to this day. From Bozeman, Montana. He still lives up there. Famous fishing guide and fisherman from that area. Great guy. Cried a lot with that guy, laughing so hard over the years. We're still here, both kicking. So I spent the summer in Yellowstone. From there I moved to Colorado. And believe it or not, the next summer I was guiding down in Gunnison, out of Almont, for a company called Avalanche Outfitters. Which led to guiding in Summit County, Right after that, the next summer for Columbine Outfitters, Dan Bell's Columbine Outfitters in the mid-'80s and through the mid-'90s. And then from there I moved to Rio Blanco County in Colorado, and I was a guide at Seven Lakes Lodge. Famous Seven Lakes Lodge for 4 years. I think they were open for a few more years after I left, but the first 4 years the lodge was open, I was there. Worked with some amazing people, amazing fishing guides, amazing industry people. Guided some incredibly famous people. We'll talk about that more in future episodes. And then from Cordillera, or from Seven Lakes Lodge, I was hired to go to Edwards, Colorado and work at Cordillera. Yes, the Kobe Bryant place. I was there when that went down. We can talk about that on an episode if you want. And I ran a private fly fishing program there for the community of Cordillera, which purchased about 1.5 miles of the Eagle River water rights for their golf course watering, which was a huge controversial subject in the valley. They brought me in to manage the property and run a fly fishing program, which I did, and developed the whole program. I was there until 2006, and then that went away for a number of reasons, which will be discussed some other time. Was out of the fly fishing industry for a while, and then COVID hit, which knocked me out of my career as an event MC and announcer. Traveled around the country announcing primarily cycling events, a lot of mountain bike stuff and cyclocross, but a lot of Colorado stuff, and then a lot of stuff all over the country for Epic Rides, some other outfits. Did some World Cup skiing stuff. But COVID took that all away. It's been 16 months since I announced the gig. Fortunately for me, I was hired by a guy named Ross Guillen to manage the Denver Fly Shop. So I got back into the industry after 13 years away. And a great job, great shop, great customers, really good local following. Unfortunately, between COVID and some other stuff that was going on with the shop, Ross had to close the shop. So I worked there for about 8 months as a store manager. It was a really good job. It got me super excited about fly fishing again. Kind of fading out of my skiing career now. At 63, going on 64, I still have 2 good knees. So I'm going to phase skiing out and get back into fly fishing a lot more now, which is awesome. So I got way back in. I started tying a lot of flies again. Built a couple of rods. Got excited about fishing again. It's easy to do here in Colorado. And I've been fishing again. It's going to get warm this week. I'm going to get out as much as I can. But really enjoying being on the water again. And that's what this channel is going to be all about. Fly fishing. Everything about it. Going to talk about the current state of fly fishing and what I see out there and what I don't like and what I do like. There's a lot I don't like, as most of you know, as the Grumpy Fisherman, Fly Fisherman. And how it's changed over the years. Everybody's in a hurry. Everybody's got their brand new gear, their fish pond nets, their rod carriers on their vehicles. They can't get to the water fast enough when they park. You guys are missing the point. We're going to talk about that here. And we're going to tie some flies. From a fly tying perspective, this is pretty important for you guys. I will show you how to tie flies that work and that are very easy to tie. There are some amazing fly tyers out there all over YouTube. I didn't have that opportunity when I was getting into fly fishing. There was no YouTube. You read books and magazines and learned from other people and other guides. But, yeah, we'll do some fly tying. When I guided for so many years, I was a guide for 20 plus years. I don't think I used more than 12 or 15 different patterns to guide with, different sizes and colors. The fish still eat that stuff, guys. You know, you don't need to make variations on every single bug out there. You know, there's 5,000 different betas patterns. We'll tie stuff that works and that's fast and easy to tie, which is the key for me. As a guide, I didn't want to spend all day on the vise. You know, give me a couple shots of whiskey and let's tie dozens and dozens of flies that work, that your clients can see, that I can see, and go fishing. Keep it simple. Again, there's amazing fly tyers out there. I mean, Guys like Kelly Gallup, unbelievable fly tires, but by the time you get done tying the fly, the sun's gone down, you don't have time to go fishing. So, again, I like to keep it simple. Those guys are amazing. They tie amazing flies. I'm sure they hammer the fish, but we'll keep it simple here. And we'll talk about everything. What it takes to be successful fly fishing, the attitude you should have, and how to deal with the crowds now. People everywhere. Nuts. Fishing on the weekend. It's like skiing. It's like doing anything on the weekend. There's too many people in the world. But they're all after the same things. So that's what this channel is going to be all about. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section. Welcome to the channel. Get as many people as you can to subscribe. The goal is to get 1,000 subscribers, because then once you get 1,000 subscribers, you can go live on Facebook, which is my goal eventually. In the meantime, welcome on board. Good to have you here. I'm LG, Larry G, the Grumpy Fly Fisherman, and we're going to have some fun on this channel. Hopefully y'all stick around and you're not bored to death. I'm going to keep it fun, funny, and again, there's too much content out there right now that's just terribly boring. I can't watch it. And same thing with podcasts. I mean, I did the podcasting thing for a couple of months, and then I just got kind of tired of it. So we'll try and make this a little different. Anyway, LG, almost anything.